Hey, welcome everyone to our live stream here on lichess and Twitch, where viewer tournament is the theme for tonight. It's a 7+2 rapid tournament. Welcome everyone. Welcome and good luck. Anyways, everything's good. I still haven't had a chance to look at the emotes, Soltigo. I've been crazy today. Today I had a busy day with lessons and stuff. Probably like by Thursday I'll get some time to do something out of my lessons. Recovering from my health issue. I'm fine now. Galabote said, I didn't do 30 games. Can I join the tournament, please? It's 20 games and I can't change it. What's done is done. So that is where it's at. I think last time I did 15. I'm not sure if they changed it. I think they actually updated the settings. So when I went to start the tournament this week, I think like last week, there was more limitations or something, and this week I had more choices about like how many games players needed to have for the tournament and stuff. So I set it on 20. But it's 7+2 rapid chess casual. 2 hours for the arena. Anyway, guys, we're going to get started in 6 minutes. I would like to have the link up there sooner, but I've got work right up to the start of the tournament. JCS, what's up? Acerbate. Thanks, everybody, for watching and subscribing. I'm happy with my new FIDE rating for May. It's nice and low. Getting closer to those under 2300 sections. One day. But, no, seriously. It's amazing how many rating points I can lose by just drawing on my games. I just can't stop laughing about it. What are those vans? The vans. Those are the ambulances. They're really small. Alright. Is that the ambulance? That looks good, though. So, guys, let's have some fun. I'm drinking a beer here. I'm relaxing for the first time today. Getting back to the swing of things with the stream. Sunday, unfortunately, I have to do a fast simul, guys. We've got, tomorrow is subscribers. I've got to actually send a message out to subscribers, not tomorrow. Thursday is our subscriber stream. Tomorrow is Weird Wednesday. Tomorrow morning, we do Wednesday, 10 a.m. Weird Openings. Thursday, it's the usual schedule, 7 p.m. subscriber stream. Thanks for putting the Twitch link there in Soltigo. Comrade Pockman. Actually, it's funny. Now, there was another story about Che Guevara, which I don't remember. It had something to do with a Hungarian chess player, I thought. I think something about a simul. I'm not sure now. I think there was some strong grandmaster who gave us simul in Cuba. And he like had to offer a draw to Guevara or something. I don't remember what it was. Now it's gone from my memory. Not clear how strong Che Guevara was as a chess player. All right, so Comrade Minister, we are anyway tomorrow morning doing Weird Wednesday unusual opening stream. Thursday night subscriber stream. I'll send you guys a message who are subscribers. And to remind you about Thursday, 7 p.m., Friday Blitz and Fast Blitz. And then Sunday will be a simul, but a fast simul 30-30 this week. Because I do have my last... Unfortunately, I have to play one more Hungarian team championship game. Kind of an unimportant game because my team did not make it to the first division. Horrendous play by me today. By you today. Two Shark. Still early, my friend. No, it's late for you. Wait a minute. What time is it there? I said it's still early. You know, Tushar, I actually always forget that you're so far ahead by time zones. So this is actually like late in the evening for you. Because normally you're playing in the morning streams. Alright guys, 3 minutes till the tournament starts. Only 8 players, but it usually fills up. Hopefully we'll get quite a few players. Feel free to just hang out, play a few games, or maybe play the whole tournament. Alright, not too many of my online friends online at the moment. Only 5, that's actually pretty low. I usually have have more people on. I guess on the weekends. So it's good to be getting back to streaming though. This is only my third stream since the tournament, where I drew all the little kids. Try to get over it. Maybe I can win my team game on Sunday and just kind of end the first half of 2018 with a win. That'll probably be my last rated game for a while. I'll be going to the States in the summer, and I don't know that I'm going to play a tournament in the summer or not. I will be streaming from the US. I'm not leaving now, but I don't have anything else on the chess calendar. Last year I played a couple tournaments in May and June, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. I have too much going on. I need to work, and no time for luxurious chess tournaments. So we're a little bit more pressed for working than I was last year. So Tushar Khande is a whole day ahead? No, I mean, how many hours is India ahead from? Well, from you it may be, but not from me. It depends on where you're looking at it. He's only half the world away from me. It's all relative. The Australians are more far ahead. I used to play poker in the morning, and it was always like me playing with a bunch of Australians. That was funny. Type arena for link. So I played a couple games today. I wouldn't call myself warmed up. What did I play? I played maybe one rapid, one chess 960. PM. So PM is SXPG. What happened to Santa Claus? What about your Santa Claus? Okay, I mean, when I disappeared for one day, people were saying I was dead. But don't believe the hype. Santa Claus got banned? That's kind of weird. I mean, there's other players who I suspected, but not him. Does Derndatch get sorted? Probably not. He made a new account. But I'm surprised that Santa Claus got banned. Like, none of his ratings were suspicious. He didn't seem to play any suspicious games. I don't understand. I didn't really think... I don't know him personally, but he said he was like 2200. He gave his real name. He seemed legit. He didn't play like a computer. I don't really understand. Alright, we're going to start with our G3. That's our new opening. Our Aldisto is C5. I'm in decent shape. We tricked Aldisto out of his normal routine, at least. For whatever it's worth. So now if knight f3, we could play like a reverse King's Indian. I mean, I like the English here. What do we got? A symmetrical English now? GG Healis, thanks for resubscribing. Yeah, there was some troll going on saying that I had passed away, apparently. Parmenides told me about it. Parmenides told me. Well, standard. Okay, this is standard. I don't have any really creative ideas here. Thank you, GG Healis, for subscribing. Alright, we'll play the A3. Aldisto. Slayman? I'm not sure who Slayman is. Slayman's another Santa Claus. Alright, we're just going to keep... Bob was the one talking to the guy. Yeah. There was no simul on Sunday. Yesterday was Monday. There was no simul because I had a very, very painful incident. I had to go to the hospital because I had a kidney stone, but I didn't know whether it was a kidney stone. I thought maybe I had appendicitis or something. I wasn't sure. I was in incredible pain. But luckily, after like spending 7 hours in the hospital, it just like cured itself. Okay, F5 looks kind of weird and weakening here. I'm just remembering that I used to play a different line with Aldisto. This looks so weakening for black. That is like a very painful thing. It was definitely not fun. I don't like going to the hospital. Like, I wouldn't go if I wasn't really kind of concerned. But I was concerned I had like a kidney infection or something. I don't know. Anyway, just like the nurse was like giving me a painkiller, and like the minute before they administered the painkiller, I started to feel better. It was really funny. Um, all right. So we go with D3. But actually, I got rid of that kidney stone, but the ultrasound says I have another tiny, tiny one that could cause trouble later on. So I'm looking forward to that in the future, in the far distant future. I think you have to be careful. Maybe I'm drinking too much mineral water. It could be caused by that. So we could go really psycho here. I think I like the psycho approach. Tushar and JSC played an 8-game match, and he won 4.5, 3.5. Chocolate and caffeine. Wow. We're gonna go the Cane Man. I told the story about the Cane Man in long ago stream. There was this old Russian candidate master who played at the chess club in Boston for like a 5-year period. And he was around 2150, but he was really like, he was like 80 years old and still 2150, and like a aggressive 2150. He had 2 canes. He weighed about, I would think he weighed like to 275. He was huge. I don't know, maybe they can use like something to break up stones. But anyway, on another subject, this Smyslov type of setup that I'm using here was the Cane Man's favorite setup, where this every time the guy played, he would only play the English or accelerated dragon, and he would always like not castle and ram his H pawn home, you know. This is actually, Aldisto likes playing H5 as black. Right, that's right. Yeah, there is ways they can do that with shock waves or whatever. Yeah. You know all about this stuff, Bob, man. You're like the knower of all kinds of random information. F4. Unfortunately, I really failed to realize the F4 was possible. All right. Now you know. So what do we want to do here? I mean, I really need to develop my pieces, but I've got to watch out for like knight F5. It's going to be pretty weird. Knight F5 suddenly becoming an issue. Should I take on F4? Wow, this could get extremely crazy. If I take on F4, I open up his G7 bishop. I also give him a square for his knight. I really don't know what to do here. This is not easy. Man, this is a tough call. I don't know. I'm just developing a piece. No, Bob knows everything. I don't want to know about it, Bob. Let's stop the conversation there. I'm going to hope that it's not going to be a problem the next time. All right. I'd rather have things surgically removed. A takes B4. He gives up the C5 pawn. Bishop G4 is stopping something. What was he stopping? Stopping what? What is he stopping here? Let's see, B5. There's also just like knight E4. That looks like a fairly safe move. can't believe we lost Santa Claus. Somebody has it in for the people that go and watch my stream, I think. Alright, I don't know what to do. I'm just doing this because I don't know what else to do. The C takes b5 guy, I think, must have gotten banned too, because, like, I noticed there was a new C takes b5. Like, everybody's banned. Where should we go? My king is just kind of chilling in the center. Wow. Just chilling in the center here. Do I ever have anything? It's like non-stop threats from this guy. Aldisto is generally dominating our tournaments. I don't need a lot of spices. I think I got it from the mineral water, man. I just drink like mineral water constantly. We have a little bit of a problem now. How about bishop g5 and like rook g1? This looks kind of lame. I'm scared, kids. I don't like how active Aldisto is here. C takes b5 is live, but I think he had like a new account or something. I noticed there was like a second C takes b5. I'm like, the first one seemed to have been revitalized or something. Okay, this is just getting weirder and weirder. I guess on queen b6, I can play like e3 or something. Just trying to keep everything protected. Definitely outside the box type of play. What? h6. Okay, I'm missing something. I think he forgot that it was protected. I don't understand, like, okay. I mean, Derndatch on the one hand, you know, whoa. Seriously? Bishop takes? Alright. I'm going to try to run away here. That's a good thing about not castling. You can always walk either direction. It's like we're walking the other way here. But what am I doing exactly? Cheating is human nature. He was making videos for YouTube. Okay, I'm confused as to what is going on here. Looks like bishop g5. And then just defend myself. Hunker down. Just try not to get smothered mated. We could get smothered mated. I might even be able to pronounce it. Nobody else get banned. It reminds me of somehow like... Can I do this? It reminds me of a little bit like somehow like this, the crab claw game, you know, when the claw just comes down and takes people out of the out of the box. You never know who's gonna go next. You know, that's how the like thing seems with people getting banned on lichess. You just never know when the claw is gonna come down and claim someone new. Man, I gotta just keep in mind like where my queen is and where my king is, because I'm getting confused. I feel like I'm playing chess 960. I keep thinking like my king is my queen and my queen is my king. That's not good. If you don't play, you're safe. Everyone watching me will be banned. Yeah, it's all personal. They're out to get me. My competitor... This is a good move. My competitors are out to get me. I'm actually going to walk away. Try to walk away here. I am up a rook, which is quite a significant material advantage. Soltiga will never be banned. I know I can't be banned. I mean, I could. But I play, you know, a lot of mistakes. I don't know. It seems like I make an awful lot of mistakes to get banned. You can't ban an international master who's like hemorrhaging rating points like me. The lichess server looked at my game, sent me a message saying I should consider cheating. Seriously, dude, that's a good joke. That is a good joke. A6 trying to open it up. How the heck can you, like, simplify this situation? Trade some pieces off. That's generally the way to simplify. I don't have to worry about getting caught cheating. Many things I may have to worry about, but that is not one of them. Well, we can always get back material. Aldisto running out of ammunition now. I'm just going to play it. Now he's got a passed pawn, actually. I'm just going to play it. I was going to say I'm going to play it safe. A little more killer instinct here probably wouldn't hurt. I definitely wasn't fully aware of what was going on. Let's pause for a second. I need to like get my bearings after that game. I was out in the opening. I was really not sure what was going on there. If you guys want to contact me during the stream, I won a correspondence game. Yes, you've just been banned. No. I need to wake up. Have a little more beer. Morwa is just off on a tear once again. Yeah, I never cheated. I told you guys this story. I told you guys once on my stream, like the only story about the only cheating I ever did in chess was when I was like at one of my first tournaments, and I think I was around 1600, maybe, yeah, around 1600, when during my game I was like wandering through the book room of the chess tournament, and I glanced over like the opening of my game, and I told my friend about it. He was like, "Man, you can't do that." I was like, "Yeah, but the book was right there." He said, "No, you can't do that like during your games." I felt bad about it, but I ended up losing the game anyway. That's the only bad thing I ever did. So, okay, I'm getting challenges here. It is not time for challenges, guys. This is not happening now. Alright, I'm going to rejoin the tournament. Sopronia Dreyer? No, this is Pilsner Urquell. The Hungarian beers aren't as good. I mean, this Czech beer is better. They're okay, though. I mean, the Dreyer is okay. I like the Dreyer. It's a little too sweet, though. Kind of... It's still better than, like, Heineken, I think. Guven Kurt has asked me about Hungarian beers. Soproni and Dreher are Hungarian beers. Nothing like a pathetic apology video. Let me get back to the tournament here. So we managed to slow down Mr. Aldisto, but that won't be for long. He'll be like one of the leaders by the end of the tournament. Belgian beer is good. I like blonde. I like blondes. I like my beer blonde. I'm not a huge fan of dark beer. It's okay. I mean, certain kinds, but... Alright. Anyway, guys, back to chess. Where is my next opponent? Man, it's hot here. Guven Kurt. I mean, I don't know if you like the hot weather, but it's a little too hot for the 1st of May. I mean, this is... I try to get out of Budapest in the summer, but it's like summer, like they're getting it to me earlier. Because I always escape in July and August, now they're giving me summer in May. Oh no, Nefedov showed up. What are we going to do with Nefedov? I'm going to play like the modern defense. Try to keep it as flexible as possible. Not let him get into one of his little systems. His comfort zone is very, very comfortable. And it's hard to get him out of it, but I think if we can keep him out of his comfort zone, we'll have a good chance to win. Alright, the Duvel. I never had Duvel. I've had some of the more common Belgian beers. All for a draw. It's really hot in my apartment upstairs because I'm on the roof and the sun beats down on the roof, obviously. We could play C5. What's he gonna do there? He'll just comfortably transpose to the normal accelerated dragon or whatever, right? I'll just play the modern Pirtz. The modern Pirtz. The Pirtz modern. And now Nefedov plays a surprising move, C4. So he's actually letting me transpose to a King's Indian. So we lost Santa Claus and Derndatch. Our two highest rated players have been accused of cheating. I don't know. The people are always like, why are you always talking about cheating? Well, I don't know why. You bet that I win this one? I don't know. I need to start berserking, probably. But when I berserked, it was a disaster. Like 2 weeks ago, when I tried to berserk, it was absolutely horrible. Now it's funny that Nefedov always plays e4, but he's suddenly playing the white side of a classical King's Indian. Judge, jury, and prosecutioner. Aldisto is a safe bet. He's a little faster than me, so he can play more games. He's better with the arena methodology. Morois is also, at least seemingly, like a very expert. Though he's not a high-rated player, Morois manages to play a lot of games very quickly, win enough to be really competitive. He's finished at the top a couple times. Oh, you meant that I win this one? Well, now it's like transposed to a kind of exchange variation. He couldn't possibly prepared this. It's very unlikely. Knight takes e4. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e5. Bishop g5. Rook d4. That might actually be theory, some Rajabov game. Knight takes e4. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e5. Bishop g5. I mean, I really don't want to go there. Rook e8, f4, c6. Wait a minute. Okay, rook e8, f4, c6. I guess I have to play knight takes e4 here. Did he like memorize this? And then knight takes e4. Seriously? The guy doesn't even play d4, but he found a way to memorize the variation that would be a draw or something? There's almost no way. What about knight c5? I feel like I might have had this game before. But I mean, knight c5 now? Rook e8, f4. c6, bishop e3 seems too slow. That might actually be theory, but I'm down a pawn. Knight takes e4. Can you play knight takes f7 there? No painkillers. I mean, I was out of pain by the time I left the office. I wish. No. What was I thinking about here? Knight c5? But that will lead to other problems. They will bring special players. Okay, Oleg. Knight e5, bishop f3, rook e8. Knight takes e4, knight takes f7, knight takes c3, knight takes d8, knight takes e2 check. I mean, seriously? Knight takes d8, sorry. At the end of that line, what do I have? 4 minor pieces. That's actually got to be pretty good for me. I guess we have to go to this Rajabov variation that's like a draw. Knight takes e4, bishop takes e5, bishop g5, rook d4. Boring land. And this is what like Nefedov planned out like before the game an hour ago. Wow. He specifically knew this would be like happening. Doesn't even play d4. He hasn't any wins against me in the list here, but he actually had winning positions on several occasions, probably. Well, it's a good chance I can draw this. It's an endgame with even material and an equal, relatively equal position. Maybe the Rajabov game is just a mixed up memory of a different position, you know, honestly. I mean, I knew that Rajabov played bishop g5, rook d4 in one position, but it doesn't mean that's this exact position. It was something very similar. I don't really have another good move after bishop g5. That's the only move, you know. The exchange variation is problematic, but most people don't do it against knight a6. I don't think I've run into anyone who actually ever played this against me. Tournament or blitz. See, here my problem is rook e8. This is probably the main line, but I couldn't remember. This is just like a temporary move to get my rook out of take. You know, it's something special. So on check, I have king g7, knight e8 check, king f8. I mean, neither side should really have a serious advantage here. The whole point of knight a6, I mean, one of the points of knight a6 is to avoid the stupid exchange variation. What's up with bishop? Bishop e6 looks kind of logical. Developing a piece. Threatening a pawn. If c5, bishop c4. It's kind of weird, but it should be okay for black. I need to look for tactics. Maybe I could have played f5 there. I didn't even consider it because it's kind of weakening and not developing my pieces. If he ever plays c5, I have knight b4. The helicopter is coming to get us. It seems the Hungarian police force has really increased its helicopter force. Very important stuff. What center pawn loss is expected for an average 2100 lichess player? Really, Tushar, I think it depends on the kind of position that you're playing. Like I've said earlier, if you're a person playing the King's Gambit, it's going to be very high. I think a great deal of it really does have to do with the type of position that you're playing. A little bit worried about this. Oh no, but he can't play bishop e3 because they just take on e4. Haha. He wanted to play bishop e3, I'm sure, but it doesn't work. Matkun, yeah, you can always join. It's a standard arena. But you need, yeah, you have 20 games. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. We've got a few more friends that have joined the stream. There's a new player who's in the lead here, Pakita. Pakita has just 42 games, so he just made the cut. Now Nefedov got a little bit passive. Whoa, I was just about to drop an exchange. That's always good. Always good to just randomly drop the exchange. My rook is awkwardly placed. He's got ideas like knight d3. Maybe I should bring my bishop back, or even consider bishop d6. Then my rook gets trapped. This is a pretty awkward situation. Don't start with a draw first, man. I mean, it's really... Offer a draw on your time. You know that it's bad etiquette to offer a draw on the other guy's time. Offer the draw before you make your move. Anyway, I'm not going to take draws, unless it's just like a dead position. Alright. Now Nefedov will pay. He will pay for his evil ways. I think the black might be like a hair better here. He has weaknesses on the queen side. I lost an ending like this against Chernyshov last year, where I just like had weakened my queenside pawns in a symmetrical position. It looks very similar to that, except here if knight a2 my knight gets trapped. It's ridiculous but true. So I have to go back, unfortunately. But it feels like white's main weaknesses, a little more weaknesses than black in terms of pawn moves. The etiquette of offering a draw. It's often a good idea to kind of piss your opponent off. Uncle Yermo long ago wrote an article about that. The psychology of draw offers or whatever. Should I just go back to like all the way? I just don't like 93, 94, knight c5 in some lines. It doesn't seem that relevant though. I guess I should play rook d7 maybe in a vacuum. I'm still threatening knight d4. Like rook d1, knight d4 is very strong. I also have sometimes like a5. So we found our balance here. I was not happy with the opening. I don't go around studying the black side of the exchange variation of the King's Indian very often. I'm actually threatening bishop b2 here. as well, winning a pawn. His queenside is really weak. So I guess this is like the simplistic approach, winning the bishop pair. And he's got weaknesses on the queen side. We're just better. Better, better, better. Better, but not necessarily winning. Force some more weaknesses, maybe. Probing for weaknesses. Dialing for dollars. Big bucks, no whammies. Snoop Dogg has a new game show, right? I didn't watch it, but it's kind of funny. I never thought that like Snoop Dogg would have his own game show. Okay, that's a weird conversation to start with. But anyway, I was just kind of bored. The Joker's wild. I remember watching the original of that show. I'm probably the same generation as Snoop Dogg. Okay, bishop f7. We're just playing a happy endgame. Cut him off. Got him in really bad time pressure. A difficult endgame for white to hold. Nafidov's got his rating up to 1872. That's pretty high. He's usually like 1500. He's getting higher. This reminds me a lot of an endgame I drew this last tournament. It's almost the same exact freaking thing. A little more open though than that position. Wow, I mean the similarities to my game from round 8 of the Budapest Spring Festival are massive. Let's pause. Pause for station identification. I did just want to take a look at the final position. Am I definitely winning now? I mean, he let my king in, but it's still not clearly winning. Amazingly. He can still cut me off, like if I try to go to king c5, so really credible game by white. Not incredible, but credible. So now f4. I don't know about the opening. Let me see. Before we start the next game, I just want to see if I did something drastically wrong or if this is normal. It's a very unusual queen exchange. No, I did something wrong. Apparently. No, I did the right thing. Knight c5 was played once. Only one game. Wow. It's amazing how few games there are here. That's ridiculous. I played with Subrajit once. Only 3 games? Are you serious? I mean, there have to be more. Just the players are like 2100 or something. But the computer says my move is correct. So any relation between this game and a Rajabov game is pure coincidence. Bishop g5. Rook e8 was played. My rook d4 is a new move. Yavakadze. Rook d4 not the best apparently because of knight f6 check. I'm supposed to play rook f8. Highly fun move. Oh no. Another dude cheating? Yeah, just report them. It's so sad, these people doing that. Yeah, he's just blatantly cheating. He just created a new account. He's probably just cheating it up every game. I mean, I didn't see, but I trust you guys. It's just like, it seems like we've got someone every tournament. So if he did, if he's 0 cent upon loss, just report him. I'll just resign against him. Yeah, unfortunately this happens. Nothing to do about it. It looks like the tournament leader may be cheating. He has like very low cent upon loss every game. Typical for 5-minute chess, right? When you're 1900. Alright. Let's get back in the tournament. I'm just gonna I don't feel like looking up all the guys' games. I trust you, Tushar. If you say that he's probably cheating, he probably is. If it smells like a donkey and it looks like a donkey, it probably is a donkey. But no, we can't convict him. We'll let lichess do that. Alright. Yeah, everybody has low cent upon, but if he has it like 5 games in a row, it's a brand new account with 40 games, and come on, I mean... Yep. My performance is 25-21. Where is Aldisto? He's coming back. Aldisto lost to Jeroen. And he beat Valido. This is a typical thing for Aldisto, though. He often starts slow and comes back. So Tushar says Slayman is extremely strong. From Jordan. There was another player that we had from Jordan a while back. I wonder if it's the same guy. It wasn't Slayman, though. He's got a nice established rating, though. You know, it wouldn't seem like he would be a cheater. Alright. Morwa. Who's playing the Slayman? Paquita's playing Slayman now. Hedgehog. If Paquita was like 2400 or something, you know, you could believe that he would play with very low cent upon loss. But you can't be like 1900 and playing every single game, you know, with no cent upon loss. Of course, he is like fairly provisional, so we'll wait and see. But if he goes through the tournament playing every game like that, yes, he's probably a computer. Yosarian, thank you for subscribing on Twitch Prime. You guys are awesome, by the way. Thanks for supporting me, you know, and especially for being, you know, faithful during my last very disappointing tournament. Won't be like any breaks for a while from the stream, hopefully till I'm, you know, probably in the late stages of June, moving to the US for a couple months, if possible. Cheers, Yusarian, thank you. Why does King Crusher have 180 viewers? Because he's been doing this for 15 years, my friends. Or however long, you know, he started very, very long time ago, you know, doing YouTube videos. He's put a lot of work and time into it. And, you know, okay, he's not the strongest player in the world. But he's, you know, he's worked and built, and he's built up a kind of following. And that's okay. I respect it, you know. Not everybody's going to be a Grandmaster. I may not ever be a Grandmaster. I can't look down on King Crusher because I'm higher rated than him. I mean, I give credit to what he's done. He's really been faithful to the streaming empire. Oh no, Slayman dropped his queen to Paquita. I don't think I feel like playing Paquita. I think we're gonna just resign. Look, dude, there's not enough women in chess. I'm not gonna like complain if Yanketa or any of the women have lots of viewers. I'm glad that they're here and they're playing. I just want me to have more viewers, you know. See if we can just steal a few from them. Anyway, I think I have like the most. I had the most instructive stream though, definitely. Some Morwa. We get to play Morwa now. I know a little bit about him. He's had good results in my tournaments lately. I think he plays d4 mostly. E4. I don't know why I said d4. Alright. I don't think he knows a lot of theory. He's more of like a logical, common sense player. Yeah, probably this is not a good time to start experimenting with something I have no clue about. I like to play Queen C7 on occasion because it just kind of like takes people out of book. Actually, against Morwado, I don't really need to do that. He doesn't know that much theory. Now he transfers to C3, which is actually a good line here. I think C3 is a good variation. I hope I didn't play this against him before. It's unlikely. we've only played like 20 games. The likelihood of me playing this variation previously is pretty small. This is kind of weird move. I mean, he doesn't have d4. Though admittedly, it's not weird to defend your attacked pawn in the center. I decided to go with the kind of hyper-modern setup here. But really, Maurois is not the kind of player I should be playing this setup against. There was a little kid who knew a lot of theory in the tournament where I played this last week. And against that kind of player, it makes sense to try to take them out of book with an unusual move on move 2. But now that I think about it in retrospect, it doesn't really make sense to do that, against Maurois, because he's more of a natural player. It's not going to matter to him if I'm playing something non-theoretical. This would be more effective against a theoretical guy. Anyway, whatever. So Queen c7, the Quinteros variation. Grandmaster Quinteros of Argentina. b6. It doesn't really have very much independent value, though. That's the thing about... Oh, another thing I was thinking about. Here's a funny idea, guys. I'm going to start trying like queen... I thought about queen b6. I also thought about playing like c4, e5, queen b3 with white. I'm just trying to invent like something new. I think the problem with queen b6, though, is most likely that white can play a setup based on like knight a3, knight c4, and exploit the queen. Is FPS that important for chess? Oh. I don't think so, dude. I'd get a lot more viewers. Yeah, man, I'm playing like a high-speed video game. So g3, bishop b7. I'm just going to try to pressure the e4 pawn here. Well, it's my turn. He just played d3. I didn't even realize. I ought to stay with the program. Okay. It's basically just a King's Indian attack from white now. I also don't really like the queen on c2. Not particularly great. Actually, in the old Indian type of position, I think it's more relevant. Is knight b5 a threat? Maybe. So I'm going to take time out to deal with that. I do need to get my king's side developed here. Unfortunately, I can't wait forever. Maybe we can wait one more move. I don't think the FPS does matter too much here. I'm not a big fan of playing e5 Roy Lopez style, but if I'm going to get rolled later on because of the space, then I should consider it. I'm thinking about rook c8, but it feels a little bit slow. Let's try it. Yeah, that's true. Like the bullet chess? I don't know. HTFP was like, what? You asked me, how can she challenge me during my stream? Oh, maybe didn't know who I am. Okay, well that's typical. Do you think if I was... if I was her, I wouldn't know who I am either. I never knew who she was either, so it's mutual. Rook c8. Maurois spending a lot of time here. Thanks, Blundervich, for the 25 bits. Try to focus on the chess here, not the petty complaints. All right, b3, e6. Someone suggested d5, but I think that that's not essential yet. Maybe down the line. I was actually thinking of queen b8. Let's just do that. Queen b8, queen a8, and we play it like a ready. Although, now he could actually do knight c4. Now that I move my queen away. Maybe knight c4? Alright, we really messed up his knight on a3. I think he could have. That was his moment to play knight c4. Really, you know, when my queen wasn't guarding a5 anymore. So if I go, if he goes knight c4 there, I play b5. He plays knight a5. My bishop is trapped, basically. Now we just put maximum pressure on the e4 pawn. Now c4 might be a good move. That's kind of unpleasant. He opens up his bishop now. That is a good move. Bishop e7, take, take, take. Unfortunately, it looks like I have to go b4. I'm not really happy about it. I guess I can keep the tension here for one more move. But I don't know how long I can hold on. It's like having to go to the bathroom. How long can I keep the tension here before I have to go? Interesting positional play by white. That might be quite strong. As awkward as his knight is on a3, and my king side is still not developed. No, thanks, Zawa. I just didn't mean to be grumpy. I was just concentrating. Yeah, maybe there's some truth in it. Shouldn't be so dismissive. So bishop e7, h3, creepy crawly move, and he can't really do anything. Oh, he went g4. That's pretty extreme. All right, we're out of here. We're castling. I've got knight back to e8, and we're fully developed, finally. Actually, g5, knight h5 is very strong. Zao just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you, man, for subscribing. I will keep your suggestion in mind. I didn't really think that, you know, it would matter for as far as, like, you know, people actually caring about that, but I don't know what FPS setting really would be ideal for chess. Bishop a1. We don't have a good plan here for black. We're just kind of waiting, you know. This isn't really an exciting position. My knight is not well placed on e8 if it has to retreat. That would be like a last resort. But I like the way that Marois is just, you know, he's just chilling out, waiting, not doing anything negative to hurt his position. There's one particular piece that's scary, a little scary. So 98 now. Other than just being passive, there could be some actual plans inherent with this. Playing e5, then playing follow-up with like knight c7, knight e6, or something like that, or possibly e5, g6, knight g7. This is another idea. My initial plan was to play bishop f6 here. Now it seems that we have to rethink it a little bit. I mean, it's probably okay to do bishop f6, but he just takes and then starts rolling with the f-pawn. Maybe I really need to give serious credence to playing e5, like I was just alluding to a minute ago. On the other hand, f4, e5, or rather e5, f4 takes, rook takes f4, bishop f6, bishop takes f6, knight takes f6. It's probably okay. As long as I have two knights and he doesn't have an exchange sacrifice on f6, I can probably get away with this. My queen is just absolutely crushed on a8, and it needs to get back in the game. Mark Dvoretsky made the point to me that, like, it sounds like a beginner piece of advice, but this was like the world's greatest chess trainer. And I said it many times, I'll say it again. If you don't know what to do, the secret is to improve your worst piece. This situation, obviously my knight on e8 is bad, but I had a reason for putting it there. But what became very apparent slowly, I'm thinking about, oh, well, his knight is on a bad square. I mean, look at my queen, how ridiculous it is. Like, fianchetto into this stone wall here on the long diagonal. Right now, my queen is a serious problem. This is a very valuable piece, and it would be better placed, like, on the dark squares. Knight c7, knight e3. maybe g6 at this point. Ooh, that will weaken my dark squares even more. Maybe I can't afford that anymore. Now we can play bishop e7 to g5 and go like bishop f4. There's certain other issues though. Alright, I'm having hallucinations. This move might be okay. I can play g6 next. Knight e3, g6. And keep everything under control. I was hallucinating his knight was getting to f5 a move too early, but he can't jump to f5 in one move. My queen is bad. It's got to get back, you know, to a7 or b8 and onto the dark squares. It should probably be placed on d8 ideally in this position. This queen would be right about there. Now this is okay, the knight will go or should go. Yeah. Let's just try to keep it simple. He's rather low on time. It's definitely the correct recapture. We've got to watch the long diagonal a little bit. This knight would be kind of awkward there, wouldn't it? On g7. Maybe I should play bishop f4. Keeping him bottled up. Then there's no sacrifices with f4. Alright, good idea. We have a nice time advantage. The knight on e8 is kind of bad. Yeah, the queen belongs on d8. Interesting idea by JCS to play. I always want to say JSC for some reason. JCS to play rook c7. Looks like he's trying to challenge my bishop. I don't know where my knight is really ideally placed. I guess here. It's like a Najdorf or something. I could support f5. Rather than play rook c7, I want to put my rook here. Again, it's Sicilian Najdorf style. And that'll enable me like to play f5 and also queen d8. Now it's really good. We got absolute good coordination. Absolutely good. Exchange on b5. Now we got to be fluid and flexible. Fluid and flexible about how we do this, huh? Getting kind of weird around here again. He's only got 11 seconds, but I don't want to let that control the way I deal with this game. Much better pawn structure, a lot of weaknesses. Better structure for me. He exchanged there. He's got knight d2, knight c4, which was very strong. He still has this idea. I have f5 at some moment now. Still no clear way to make progress. See how he reacts to f5. He didn't really react. Now knight c4 is a kind of threat. Still hard to get my queen in the game. I'd rather get rid of his knight. He's played this really well. Under the circumstances, I think he's played this really well. Rather well. But it's still not an easy position for white. Now it's probably gone. That exchange on g5, I mean, it wasn't an easy position to play, but it looks really bad. The knight is too strong. Even pawn takes. Absolutely monster knight. Now he loses at least in exchange. Okay, he gave it a good try. I mean, he really had a lot of chances in this game. All right, back to the tournament. It took me a long time. Paquita has a perfect score. I'm not going to play Paquita, I don't think. I'm going to pass on that. I mean, we could take a look at one of their games. They haven't played since Slayman, it looks like. You think like 3 Centipon loss is cheating? Jeez. I don't think I've never seen a 3 Centipon loss. Holy crap. Let's see how I beat World Loser. What do you think? 3 Centipon loss? That's not too convincing or anything. Well, I mean, so far, you know, nothing special. It's a standard-looking position. I wouldn't have suspected anything here. To me, it just looks like another game. But World Loser just kind of gave it to him. I mean, it kind of looks like World Loser just imploded. But for me, the giveaway is like the people just don't make a single inaccuracy. I mean, that's not really likely. Even when we play a game where we crush someone, like it's just a totally like one-sided crush, the chances are we're going to make some kind of... We are going to make some kind of... Phew, I made it by 1 second. I was like lagged out there. I thought I had like paused the tournament. I've got really... I'm trying to move twice in a row. 30 Centipon loss. The thing is, like, even if you crush someone, like, totally in a devastating fashion, when you're up a rook, like, the chances are you'll make some kind of inaccuracy. I typically do that a lot when I'm, like, up a rook or, like, you know, mating the guy in 7 and, like, mating him in 7 instead of mating him in 6. You know, so it's not really a good sign when people have, like, no inaccuracies. Okay, SXPG. I don't think I ever saw a 3 Centipon loss before, seriously. I mean, yeah, it happens occasionally if it's like a 5-move game or something, you know, but not for like a 20-move game. Okay, SXPG here playing what, you know, what is probably like the main line. Or a main line. Now, you can try to play a Benko style thing. I think that's probably critical. It's also possible to play e3. Eyes playing eyes? What does that mean? I'm missing something here. Whoa. Definitely not a good sign. You should be banned for comic book movies. Doctor Strange. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess this is like standard line that I don't know very well. Like somehow Bishop C5 seems Doctor Strange. But maybe not. Well, Knight C6 seems much more natural to play first. D3, Knight C6, Knight D2. D3, Knight C6, Knight D2. If I play E3, Knight C6. E3, Knight C6 is kind of like, what do I do next? You know? So A3 is natural. SXPG is 1800. Would be good to know a little bit more about this variation, probably. We'll just play in Benko style. No movie spoilers. I'm sure if anyone's cheating, they will get eventually banned. It's kind of sad, though, that people would cheat in a casual tournament like this. That's sort of sick. Anyway, not that it's okay to cheat, like, for money, but then I understand the motivation, at least. Can I play E3 in some moment? Should really try to go for it. Trying to play sharply here, but I mean SXPG is so fast and accurate. I don't know what to do next. He's very confident. I haven't seen him in a while. He's played a lot of my simuls. See, 30, 30, 40, 40, 30, 30, 5 plus 2. There's a blitz game. There's a couple blitz games. 40, 40. We got the strong center, but we sacked the pawn to get here. So the movie had a lot of good reviews. Did you see it already here, Govinkurt? I mean, is it out in Hungary? The Avengers? I haven't been following, you know, whether that's out in the theater. Govinkurt is also here in Budapest like me. Maybe he actually saw the movie. What are you talking about, though? You're not talking about Titanic, are you? Alright. The Avengers. I'm not that up on superhero mythology. But I do generally like science fiction and stuff like that. I'm more into like science fiction, horror. You're not talking about Titanic. Alright. What do we got here? I mean, I could just retreat my knight back somewhere. There's some really crazy stuff going on. Wow. I just had an insane idea. You guys want to go crazy? Wait a minute now. I'm not sure this is going to work. I want to play knight to g5. I was having hallucinations that this works. Whoa. This might actually work. Let's try it for fun. You only live once. I can't believe he was actually talking about Titanic. Guys, thanks for the new subscriptions today. We got 45 viewers. How many players in the tournament? All my knights are just out there, but I mean, look at the raging range of my pieces here. Just rook. Just, it's an accident waiting to happen. I have an interesting line. Wow. He has some weird tactics with like bishop takes e3. Rook takes f6 looks even interesting. Rook takes f6, g takes f6, bishop e4. Bishop takes e3 check. King h1. Queen moves somewhere. And then the death blow. The Death Star. It's kind of hard to see how he's going to get out of that. Anyway, it's one move. We could also probably play like bishop takes f6 or I don't know. But I kind of wanted to keep my bishop. Yeah, this has to be good for white. And queen d3. Probably not an issue. A non-issue. Bishop takes e3 check here. King h1. Bishop takes e3 check, rook f2. Bishop takes f2, king takes f2. And? Even that's not really clear. Maybe I should just take back. Take back, trade queens, lose my knight on c6. That's good. I have to play rook f2 back. I'm up a piece. He takes that guy. I take the guy. Okay. He has a check. I go back. I have 2 pieces for a rook. No, I think he has to do bishop takes e3 there. This is just a hideous blunder. I mean, now he's just done. Like, bishop takes e3 check was forced. There can't be any way he could survive this now. I mean, I've been wrong before. This probably won't be the first time I'm wrong. But no, it's possible to miss something. I don't see it. But I really think that bishop takes e3 check was unclear. Now it's not as good. I just moved my king to h1. You know? And I don't really see what he's doing about queen h5 in this position. Queen h5 is just deadly. So I can be tactical when I want to, but I have to be in the mood, you know? But I have my feelings that I don't think this was really absolutely sound. I don't think, like, maybe rook takes f6 was even, like, not the best move. It's possible I had something simpler, like bishop takes f6. It's possible knight g5 wasn't even right. It's a good practical move. So you highly recommend Matt Kuhn's French studies. Alright, guys. Very interesting. I like the primitive attacks with knight g5. I've done this before. Alright guys, we've got like 49 minutes left in the tournament. Still time to play if you haven't joined yet. Queen h5. Frenchman. I think the French is one of those openings where it takes a long learning. It's like the Dutch or something. It's like there's a very long learning curve, but once you master it, it's like an opening for your whole life. It just takes a long time. I mean, I guess you could say the same probably of any opening, but it seems like some openings are harder than others. The Dutch, the French. Let's pause this for a second, then go back. Then we'll go to the game. All right, and I want to just see the final position right before the final position. Was knight g5 even a good move? The computer would have handled it like much more straightforwardly with d4. Apparently he has e5 here, basically refuting this move. So this was coffee house. And I should have just simply done bishop takes f6. And I just got fancy for no reason here with rook takes f6. Apparently it's good, but it's not accurately the best. I thought he could play bishop takes e3. I can even just take. Wow. I was surprised by this. Whoa. Queen takes d1, really? Rook takes d1, take my rook. What does he do? Take my rook or take my other guy? If he takes here, I'm still up a piece. It's like magic. How am I still up a piece there? All right. Anyway, guys, back to the tournament. Paquita. I think Paquita gave it up. Paquita seems inactive. Impressive, but not accurate. More of a, like, it was more of a kind of exhibition than a good game. So Macun says, the French, there's a lot of tactics and strategy. Oh, I would think that, yeah, I guess there's tactics in every kind of opening. French is particularly rich in strategy because of the closed nature of many positions. Looks like Tushar Kamde is putting some pressure on Aldisto, who's berserking. Oh, that's the other thing about Paquita. Was he berserking in those games where he was wasting people? Yeah, he was even berserking too. Rubbing it in. Alright, so we've got Paquita technically still in first place. Not clear if he's still here. I've got to play Aldisto again. Battle for second place momentarily. I don't remember what Aldisto plays against the Caro-Kann now. I don't know. I usually play c5 against him. I only have a solid repertoire here. I know that knight f6 is trendy. I'm not really confident I know that line well enough. Yeah, the 5 points of berserks. I berserk so little I don't even think about it half the time. So I get confused. Sometimes I forget, like, when I'm berserking, I lose my increment and I lose on time because of that. It's pretty dumb. Theory. What's the theory here? Bishop d6 looks like a kind of move that might be logical. But what happens if, like, bishop d6, queen g4? Por ejemplo. Knight f6 is more interesting, more kind of natural somehow. Okay, I'm out of book. I mean, I really probably should know this a little bit deeper. It's not a line that ever really concerned me, though. I don't honestly think that white should exchange on d5 here. That doesn't seem like a good move. You know, this is kind of some sort of sideline. I mean, I really don't know theory, per se. Black could probably also take with the e-pawn, but this looks better. So what happens if, like, bishop d6, queen g4? What do I do there? That bothers me a little bit. And then if queen f6, he has queen a4. See, the thing is, the queen can swing across here to a4. So probably we should just go to f6. I don't know any theory. I'm just making it up as I'm going along. I don't recall playing this in the past, any special games or anything. We've got lots of friends playing at the moment. Move 11. Who's playing in my tournament from my friends? I don't know. Where is Trouts? Alright, rook e1. This doesn't really do anything. d3, he's just making general developing moves, trying to play quickly, practically, but this is a totally equal position. Aldisto has no opening advantage. I think this is objectively about equal. Structure is slightly better for black. He's maneuvering toward the king side. That seems pretty logical. Maneuver. The maneuverer. Okay, so what is my plan here? I mean, I could see pushing the pawn, like a5, a4, just wedging it down there. Grabbing space. I wasn't sure where he was going. I thought he was going to g3. He could also put his knight on d4. now that I think about it. It's probably not that dangerous. I mean, the thing is, the knight on d4, it's going to get kicked away from there. So it's vulnerable to attack. He could reposition. Paquita's paused. He's waiting for someone to catch up. I mean, the thing is, if I play c5, I put my pawn kind of on the wrong color. On the other hand, yeah, I mean, he can go, let's play a4. We'll grab some space. We'll take away this square additionally. No blockade on c5. Put our pawns on the right color. Black is very solid here. I don't think I'm better, but I also don't really think I can be worse. Either side could win. Although b3, he's putting his pawns on the right color. He's got a lot of weaknesses. It's sort of hard for both sides to make progress, though. c5. Got to do something eventually. Sneaky queen trades. It's like a Letterman. Sneaky trek. What? Sneaky pet tricks. Sneaky queen trades. Would someone like to make a study for the bishop c5 scotch? Queen e8 again. I have an obsession with queen a8. There seems to be some action on the a file. Our pawns are on the correct color. Alistair seems like he's a little bit unsure. I guess we can take. We've got to be better. Rook c8, getting my last piece in the game and supporting. Yeah, but this isn't so simple. This might even be a mistake. Okay, I mean, his structure is a kind of disaster area, you know? I mean, but at the same time, what do you expect him to do? Queen g4 looking for some tactics. Bishop f6, knight takes e6 is out. I could play like bishop f6 and then c5. I've also got knight e5. Okay, knight e6, knight e5. Everything is protected. We have the better structure. We're just kind of chilling out. He's actually hanging something here. Oh, and I'm unhanging it. I just made him defend it. Oh my god. This is such a bad move. Pooh, brother. That was like my worst move ever. I made him defend the a2 pawn with queen e2. Wow. And I just blundered. He could have just taken it and he hallucinated. He just believed me. Oh man. Man, that is terrible. Just awful play by both sides there. He was just, I made him defend his pawn on e2 and then I blundered my c5 pawn and he didn't take it. Mutual blunders. Rook a8. Ambulance emote. They are. I mean, I didn't realize. Now I know how close I am to the hospital. I mean, I realized, but I never really consciously thought about it that much until I had to go there myself. They look like ice cream trucks. Oh my god. I love it. So I don't think either player is going to need an ambulance here. I mean, I managed to mess this up to go from better to fighting for equality. I mean, now in the endgame, I think his outside pawn might be an advantage. Good game, me. Why? Slayman now. Someone was saying that Slayman was strong, but he got smacked down by Paquita. He's not back in second place. I'm not berserking. I'm lazy. I'd rather just host. I don't expect to win my own tournament. It's not my motivation. Diva Karan this year. I haven't seen him in a while. But really bad play by Aldisto and I. I mean, just mutual blunders. This position looking kind of tricky now. Let's see. Queen C2. I think I ought to be a little bit careful about what I do here. We ought to be a little bit careful about what we're doing now. He wants to play like Bishop C5, I guess. Damn. Let's try that. No. Difficult to say what I should do. Queen C2. I wanted to get active. Alright, we can try it. This looks kind of risky. Well, I'm on his D3 pawn. My pieces are strangely placed. Keeping his pawn under surveillance. Now what? Yes, back rank is a priority. I'm just gonna have to play H6. We don't want to get back rank mated for sure. Feels like I ought to be able to hold this, but I don't imagine how I can win. The outside pawn is just too strong. Now E5. Queen G4. What's that about? There's a check. This probably wasn't the best. Man, this guy is strong. Alright. I drifted and drifted in this game. Who's going to be ejected next? We lost. Okay, there's a check on C8. If he takes on D5, I take on, so B4. That looks equal. I don't think he has a win here. I think I'm kind of lucky not to lose. White is slightly better, but it's probably still a draw. Alright. Alright, Zine Think is challenging me to a game. Casual 7 days. We can accept that. Then let's get back to the tournament. Alright. So guys, not too much time left. Just 30 minutes. That wasn't really a good game. I think I started to get tired there. No, I didn't win all my games. I just drew. That was a draw. It was an interesting game to a point, but then both of us made very bad blunders. Slayman just started coming on there. Actually, this is going to hurt me out of Stowe. I'm playing move 11. I haven't played move 11 in the Blitz tournament in a while. I don't think. Rapid tournament, excuse me. So he played e5. Move 11 is an e4 player, so I think you should be consistent with your opening repertoire. If you play e4, you should respond to, you know, hypermodern stuff like you were white. I have played knight f3 sometimes there. Now he went into the pier, it's reversed, okay? Interesting. Maybe I should play like c4. This is not a variation I'm really well prepared to play though. Objectively, black should be fine here. He can play any number of moves, d4, knight f6, or even c6. Okay, move 11. He took on c4. Okay, this is also playable, I guess. Just to spite me, he played d takes c4, the one move I didn't mention. Knight a3, anybody? I guess I have to play queen a4 check now. What's with all the g3? I just think it messes with people's move orders. You know, they're not prepared to play. They're better prepared to play against knight f3. I'm often playing g3 anyway. You know, at a slightly later stage. But honestly, I'm gonna take this pawn. I'm usually playing g3 anyway, JCS. But somehow the people seem better prepared for knight f3. But the thing is, when you play g3 on move 1, I think they're less prepared for that move order. They don't have it sorted out in their head, like, what am I going to do, like, against 1 g3 in particular. Queen takes c4, and we play the variation that's actually... I think this was fine, you know, with colors reversed. I've played games with colors reversed here. Alright. The extra tempo really should make a big difference. Let's see. Derndash wanted to play, but I don't have 20 games. You've had a lot of time to prepare, man. It's since last week. It's a long time. Play d4. I play everything. But I want to play what's most effective against my opponents. You know, people are very well prepared for d4, e4, and even c4. But I mean, knight f3 and g3 in particular, I like the positions that I get. No hazing other viewers. Yes. let's behave ourselves, Bob. I had a game a lot like this years ago. With black in basically the same position. I think the tempo does often make a big difference. Here I'm going d2. I want to preserve my queen to be able to retreat back to c2. To hunker down if necessary. This is a hit and run operation. I mean, we're winning a pawn, but black has kind of initiative. So we have to be careful. It's not that trivial, you know, to give up my white squared bishop. But I still believe in white's position. If I have to choose a side, I'm taking white here. Retreat back. As opposed to retreating forward. Thank you. That's an interesting point. Very important to point out like tiny grammatical mistakes. Knight d2, a5 black here. That's not a bad move, like grabbing some space. I don't think it changes. It doesn't change the situation too dramatically, probably. Bullet addicted. Can be a problem. G3 allows e5. Well, I mean, I had the option to play knight f3 on move 2, and I decided not to. Normally I do. No, actually, I played e5 on move 1. Actually, my most usual move order is to play g3, and then after e5, c4. I don't know why against move 11. I just didn't really think about it that much in this particular game. He's getting pretty creative. Queen b8. Resign against Divakaran and move on. He's running in 6th place right now. Why is move 11? Why is he thinking so long about, you know, castling? Like, is he planning on castling? Is he like planning on castling queenside or something? I can put some pressure on his e5 pawn, like no threat though. I wouldn't mind even sacrificing an exchange in this sort of scenario. Like the Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, rook a6. Wow, dude. You're getting mental on me. I never realized how crazy move 11 is, really. Till recently. We might have to journey to the other side of the planet with like queen h4. It's perfectly possible. How awkward is that? He seriously wants to play like rook c6 on me. He's like a positional player. No, he's a strategic player, but he's really playing for tactics a lot. How awkward is this thing? I mean, should I play queen c2 here and just bear down? It's a little bit passive to play like knight c4. Alright, we'll do it. I mean, rook c6, man. That is super weird. We've got a nice time edge. Over a minute more. Castle queenside. Didn't even enter my mind. No, I'm flirting with the idea of castling kingside. Castling queenside would be only an emergency. Does he have another secret threat or something? Alright, we're keeping him busy. Queen h4 is weird. It doesn't have a lot of places to go once it gets out there. Yeah, rook b6 kind of took me by surprise. I'm out of here, guys. I guess he's been waiting to play like bishop h3 or h5 or something. But at this point, I can't wait any longer. Bishop h3, rook e1. I could even sack the exchange with full compensation here, like no doubt. If there were a good way to sacrifice the exchange. Now e4 anyway is a good move. This is always going to be a good move here. It's turning into kind of a really tough struggle. I can't play knight c4 because of... Oh man, I could have played knight c4. I didn't even see it. No, I couldn't play knight c4 because of rook takes b3, knight takes a5, rook takes b2. Wow, that actually works for black. So if I played rook b1, I am threatening to play... Some advice to put you off bullet. I mean, I'm always constantly like saying that bullet is a waste of time. I mean, you can listen to any of my streams. I think it's ridiculous to watch grandmasters hanging pieces. You know, I mean, they don't want to put their egos on the line in like real chess, so that they just do that instead. That way they can just say, oh well, it was a bullet game. They don't have to put their ego on the line when it's a game and it's bullet. It won't hurt. No, move 11 blundered. I don't know why he was so anti-castling. I guess he was always trying to play like h5, h4 himself or something. But it seems like he neglected his own king. Still, it's not quite over. Not quite over. How about a4? He's still here. He's still hanging in with us. I'm not that convinced. Knight takes d6, queen takes c5, and so forth. I'm trying to play quickly. So is he, apparently. But this is a second pawn. Real chess is ultra bullet. Respectable. I never thought, like, that would even exist, like, honestly. I thought it was a joke when they started Ultra Bullet. I thought it was the April Fool's Day joke. Like, it's just absurd, you know? I'll go out and get a gaming mouse so I can play Ultra Bullet with a gamer grandmaster. Alright, move 11 is getting really low on time. Turtle, rabbit, or fireball? b4. I like this move. We're creeping forward. I'm up 2 pawns. He's making me work for it, though. Alright. I gotta do something. He's still getting frisky with me. He's still got counterplay, down 2 pawns. Not too much time left in this tournament, by the way. He doesn't have c4 because of the check. The check now doesn't make sense. Knight c8 is a subtle move. We get our last piece in the game. Okay, finally lost on time. Nice fight, man, but I think that's a really, really hard position to play, honestly. Alright, got 18 minutes left. That's time for one more game. Without berserking, I'm still in 4th place. Slayman is 2167. I don't know if he's our old friend from Jordan. There was There was another player regularly watching the stream from Jordan. Let me know if it's you, Slayman. He had a different account, though. I had an old friend from Jordan in Boston. All right. So Aldisto is in third place. I'm in fourth. Tushar is tied with me. Divakaran is just behind us. I should join the tournament here before it's too late. So far I have, 5 wins and a draw. Not too many games. I'm playing Slayman for the first time ever. We'll just keep up with the theme today. Bullet chess, yeah, you should think of it like a variant. I agree. I used to play 2-minute. You know, I think that's kind of real. Like, I could see 2-minute being like, 2-minute, 3-minute chess, okay, But this ridiculous 1 minute and less, it's just silliness. Okay, here we go. We get the white pieces. We've had a lot of whites, it seems like. Maybe not. I had a couple blacks. Alright, guys, tomorrow's Weird Wednesday. I'm going to be streaming in the morning, 10 a.m. Unusual opening stream. The real chess is hard. So Grunfeld reversed. This is an opening I only recently started adopting. I actually don't have that much experience with Grunfeld with black over my career, but I wanted to play it. I wonder if I should consider c4 in that position instead of castles. It might actually be better. It might be more accurate to play c4. It would be a Catalan by transposition. Not exactly, though. I mean, if black doesn't play e6, I guess it can't really be a Catalan. I'm having a conversation with myself. Anyway, guys, I'm going to the States this summer. That's the usual plan. It's really hot here in Budapest. I'm usually in Massachusetts in June or July and August, but nothing's set in stone right now. I'm probably going to go home to visit. I've got some stuff I've got to take care of, but I have not worked out, when that's going to happen. So it's very possible toward the end of June I'll take a break for a week or 10 days and relocate to the United States to do streams from there. All right. Slayman spent some time, though. That's good. We've got him thinking. He's actually in first place here. I actually played a game in the same line earlier today. Wow, that's a very infrequent move with colors reversed. And now, knight c3. I'm just trying to think. I saw this a while ago, but I mean, we can play take, queen a4 check and reversed. A reversed pawn grab variation. There's also bishop g5 here. I'm sure that's been played. I have no idea what the best move is. I know there was one Ivanisevic game where Ivan played rook b8 that I remember seeing in the database. I think it was Ivanisevic. I could be wrong now. That's what sticks out in my mind. He was playing here in the Budapest Spring Festival. He had a terrible start and then came back to finish with a good result. I am a creature of habit and routine, but this is like, my life, a lot of my life is in the United States, even though I've been living over here for 14 years. It's not just about routine. Like, there's things I have to tend to. But I am very much creature of habit, so maybe too much so. Yeah. Slayman with a very sharp approach. By the way, just for future reference, Anand has played a couple of games with Bashir Legrave with bishop e6. And looking at it with Stockfish, that appears to be black's best line. It equalizes. That seems to be the best, at least according to that engine. Of course, we can't trust these openings, the computers to openings that much, but I think that's clearly what it said. The bishop e6, and Anand playing it in several games. I mean, you can probably count on him knowing what he's doing. Bishop e7 now. So I can win the pawn on d5. What price do I have to pay? Take, 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 take. Rook takes b2, check. Bishop d7. Check. It's not that convincing. We can take the pawn, but it's probably only equality. I don't know what else to do, really. Maybe white is better here. I'm not honestly 100% sure. Was there something else I looked at in this position? I might have actually gotten this far with analysis a long time ago. Trying to find something for white. You know, it's probably essential for me to do something though here. Good sack, I must say. Got him in time for sure. I don't know if you're talking about this game. I think Slayman is more like my approach, where he really tries to find the best move. Unlike you, Tushar, where you're like more practical in your approach to the game. I honestly thought Bishop c6 check. Inconveniencing him at the very least. I have Queen a4. Maybe I did look at this. Bishop d7, Queen a4. Keeping him kind of pinned down. We got 10 minutes left. This will be my last game, probably. Doesn't look like I'm going to make the prize money. Paquita kind of ran out of gas there after their perfect score. But if you played them and you thought they were suspicious, you should make a note of it with lichess. Aldisto did come back to pass me. He's got 21. Tushar now has 20. Maybe I can catch up to Tushar, tie for 4th. Bishop d7, Queen a4, Rook b7. That's a neat idea. But it's a passive move. An essentially passive move. I'll just pile up, man. Rook d1 looks kind of dangerous. But maybe it holds. I don't know. It's possible that it holds. He played Rook b6 instead. This might even be better than your suggestion. Wow. That's crazy. I have to trade queens, because I'm going to lose to e4 at any moment. This looks like perfect play by black. And I'm lucky I'm not worse here. He literally played like perfectly. Now white is probably equal. I mean, saying perfect is relative. You know, it's hard to say like Stockfish moves are absolutely perfect even. But it's kind of hard to say black didn't play perfectly here. It looks pretty perfect to me. And what is his rating? He's like 2100 in rabbit chess, 1900 bullet, and 1900 blitz. Wow. All right. Kind of a dynamic situation. He can get active, but I have a strong knight on d5. His king is strong, but it can also be exposed. Sharp position. Okay, I have to play e4. Well, I don't have to play e4. I can play e3. But it secures my knight, you know? Or my knight is going to need to be secured. But his good king, he shouldn't really be worse here. Black should be okay. It's a funny move, but like maybe rook fb1. So on rook c2 I can play rook b7. But he might be threatening rook c4 at the same time, so not easy to say. What should I do here? This is a really tough position. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. We have more time, but I don't think I'm better here. This guy's played like a pro. Understands everything. The opening, king activity in the endgame. His position is not bad. He's not worse. Despite my strong knight on d5, every other factor is kind of in his favor here. Hitting my pawn, that's what I expected. Not sure what's going on now. This is pretty complicated. Hitting this pawn, we can get active. Rook. Need to get my other rook active. Now I just have to take and take on a7. I was really scared of rook a4. I think he's maybe better there, but he decided to take it easy on me. Decided to be nice and give me a break. After rook a4, black might be better. You know, now I should be okay. I have an outside pawn actually, but it's going to be pretty hard to put it to use. I mean, come to think of it, I have to be careful. Let's see, rook b1. What if we get active? He's got some issues with his f7 pawn. Maybe he didn't calculate this. I'm just taking on f7. Yeah, I don't think he calculated this. Wow. I'm very lucky to have a good position because I suspect I wasn't even better here. I can't take on h7. It seems like we should have something. h4 check, no. Just keep our pawn. We should just try to keep our pawn. He's got a fairly high bullet rating, 1900, so he's obviously capable of playing fast. I could still get mated here. Yeah, that's what I mean by getting mated. h4 check. How about h4 check? If king g4, I play king g2. I should have threats. Then he can't play e3. He could actually mate himself now. Doesn't have e3. I'm threatening to mate him with rook b5. I guess we just have to play this simple way. I still don't have a mate. King h3. It's kind of funny that I still don't have a checkmate. Actually blundered there. I won on time. Wow. All right. Tough game, guys. Last game for today. It's not even clear that it's easy to win here. I made a blunder at the end. I must have been mating him. But there's no way this should have happened. I mean, honestly, there's just no way this should have happened. Like, I have 130 cent upon loss. Oh my god. Like, there's no way black should lose here. The computer says it was correct, though. Rook takes e4. I thought he could play for a win, but apparently not. Knight c7 check is too strong. Okay. That's simple enough, I guess. Alright. So he had to go for the draw with rook takes e4, and apparently I had better here with knight c7 check. I just went for the draw at this point. I think this is just a draw. He could take with the pawn. That apparently is stronger. White has some... well, it's not sure. White has some minuscule advantage. This should be a draw. This position. If black is just careful. I have an outside pawn, but no, there's no way I should win this game. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and playing. We'll see what happens here at the end of the tournament. We're just finishing up. We just finished. 23 seconds left. Slayman wins the tournament. We're going to sort of not count this guy. Very suspicious player. So I'm going to just call Aldisto second place and Tushar third. Officially, it's going to be Paquita, but I think they were not quite playing correctly. So we'll say Aldisto is second, and Tushar really deserves to be third, guys. I'm out of the money as usual. No simul today, guys. Thanks so much for playing. Slayman wins the tournament. He played impressively against me too. I mean, it was just a draw. I think this is a drawn endgame. Anyway, I had another draw with Aldisto, who deserved it, and he played well. Thanks everybody for watching and playing. Thanks for the donation from Blundervich. Thanks for the new subscriptions today, guys, and thanks to Soltigo for watching and being our moderator. More importantly, being our moderator. But thanks to you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out the replays on the YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. And yeah, that's it. So tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll see if we can get some weird openings going on tomorrow's Blitz and Rapid tournament. 10 a.m. CEST here, CEST Central European Summertime here on lichess and Twitch. I'm International Master William Paschall, and I'm thanking you guys for playing. Don't forget, Thursday is my subscriber stream, 7 p.m. European time. So anyway, guys, thanks once again. Thanks, Soltigo. We're out of here, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.